Hi, I'm John with American Restoration, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the demolition process and how that works. Some jurisdictions require you to have a demolition permit before you're allowed to do it. It's always prudent, from my point of view, is to get the permits, talk to the county or the city or whatever jurisdiction you're in to see if a demo permit is necessary. And realize that in your policy, usually, again, I'm not an insurance consultant and I'm not an attorney, I'm just a general contractor that happened to have been an adjuster long ago. But there's usually an additional 5% available. Once you exhaust your coverage A, which we've talked about before, which is the limit on your structural, there's an additional 5% available for debris removal, which means all the stuff in your that's still remaining, your foundation, all of your debris from your roofing debris and your metal and your plumbing fixtures and all that in that pile of debris. So at American Restoration, we're very open and very helpful. We're able to provide the demolition services for you, but you don't have to. You can hire anybody you want to. What's important to remember is that you're the boss and people work for you. So, and you never want to pay your contractor up front until they've provided the goods and services that they've promised. And so then there's also little nuances inside of this demolition that starts there, is that there's a lien process. Leaning and which means is that if you pay your contractor and your contractor doesn't pay someone else, here in the state of Oregon, it's a big deal because if they have to give you these notifications. So if you pay American Restoration and American Restoration doesn't pay XYZ Dropbox service, XYZ Dropbox service will come back after you as the owner to pay them. But you have to talk about the individual circumstances. But if they haven't given you the proper documentation, you don't have to pay them twice. That's between your contractor and the XYZ Dropbox service. So you have to be really careful on who you hire that doesn't have those kind of problems. And you never want to pay up front for anything unless you really know this contractor and you've really properly vetted them to make sure that they don't have financial problems. So all those debris removal, and if you can do this successfully, you can actually dig out for the site for the new house, and that could be part of your debris removal if you can work that out with your contractor. So for instance, you don't have to dig get it ready for the new house. You can actually debris removal, which could include digging some of that out, and realize that there's an additional 5% available for your contents. So if you exhaust your 5% for your debris removal on your coverage A, under coverage B, there's usually another 5%. So really, whatever those two limits are together is how much you have available to hire out for the debris removal. So that is talking about the debris removal. And if you have any questions, always feel free to call us at American Restoration at 503-910-9102. But always discuss this with your insurance adjuster. Make sure you're fluent before you start investing a lot of money into your project. Thank you very much.